So they'll be calling you a radical. I should have done this a long time ago. Somebody needs to do it. He's part of it. Well, he is the story of the greatest turnaround, I think, in sport history. Taron Johnson, they're going to retire him finally here at Weber this month. I'm invited. Believe it or not, I'm part of the Wildcat Club. I know they don't want to admit it, but I am. So I want to talk about his story, Jay Hill. I consider it the greatest turnaround in sport history. One of them. This program was so horrid and so corrupt. Jody Sears was running the show. The worst, got to be the worst coach in college football history. The program was so dirty. The NCAA stepped in, basically was going to give them the death sentence. Sex for grades. Bleeding money, and they just lost. It was horrid. I call it a snowball's chance in Hill. And the way I call it a snowball's chance in Hill, because I was standing right there with Bruce Hanley, my old boss, who was an All-American football player here. He was the dean at the #1 school business in the country. I worked for him. And when it was so dirty, he wanted to kill the program in the 90s. And Sports Illustrated did a piece. And they called it. So I'm standing right next to him. You want to put men's soccer here. Remember, this is an All-American football player from here, born and raised in Ogden. He donated his brain to the foundation that studies brain injuries. I worked for him. Oh, he was meaner than hell. Anyway, he did an interview with Sports Illustrated, and they asked him, what is the chance of turning around this corrupt, money-bleeding program? And he says, point blank, right over there, I was standing next to him, a snowball's chance in hell. Sports Illustrated. So I call Jay Hill a snowball's chance in Hill. So Jay Hill come in here and try this job. I was full of cancer. I was given 2 months to live in 2011. I've been battling ever since. So the radio station, every time they were in trouble, Kennedy said 88.1 the beat. They sold out the signal in 2011 when I had cancer. Why? Signal's right there. See, that's the old tower. By the way, I hear they've bought it back to be 94 point something for 25 grand. Oh, God. So we went digital. So every time they get in trouble, they said, Blanch, you got to do the play-by-play, bro. Okay, I remember when they stuck me in the end zone right there at the Maine game in the winter, and they knew I was full of cancer. And they put the Maine guys up there in the booth. This is the fucking disrespect they have for me, but whatever. So the story is Taron Johnson. Now, I think it was Jay's first one. What Jay Hill did is incredible. He was a 0-star recruit, just like all Jay Hill's NFL players. Rashid Shaheed, Opeta, Jonah Williams. You go on and on and on and on. Winston Reed. Going on and on. All these guys in the NFL, Jay Hill. The dude had talent to spot. He'd find. But Taron Johnson was his first diamond in the rough. So they would have me do the play-by-play. And remember, they were horrible. I used to sit right over there with my little headset on, and I was taking care of my grandson, who I'm still raising. Oh, God, he's 14 now. He was talk about a little wildcat. And anyway, I tried to keep him under control. He'd sneak in, unlink the chains on the fence, get down onto the track. He's right next to the field. Cheerleaders used to help me. There's lots of pictures. It reminds me of the Mud Dogs, is how it was in those days. And, he tried to get on the field during games. I remember the only game they won was against, I think, Stephen Austin at a shootout. They were horrid. But Jay Hill was, I'm not talking about Clark. He ended up being a superstar in Germany. Another Jay Hill find. But it was really, so there was 2 TJs on this team. 2 T Johnsons, 2. And it was the other one that was getting all the attention. The scouts were all over the other one. Middle linebacker, who played for the Cowboys in the NFL. Taron Johnson got from no one. Nobody. Me, he did for me. So, I used to call him TJ1 and TJ2. And I called this Taron Johnson, Taron, TJ1. These guys switch numbers every year. One's the number here now. Everybody wants it. Him and Lillard. So, anyway, he was the first one. He was Jay Hill's first diamond in the rough he found. I don't know how he found all these guys, but he did. And his story blows my mind. Blows my mind. They were, in 2014, they were so bad. I mean, unbelievably bad. 2015, a little better, getting better. You know, Cooper Cup. I mean, that's when I knew they turned it around. That famous photograph where that's TJ diving to take away the ball from Cooper Cup against Eastern. And they beat him 14-30. That's back when Eastern was putting up 50 a game and Cooper Cup was getting 5 touchdowns a game. TJ slowed him down. He was not a pick six guy. He was not an interception guy. He was just a knock the ball down, lights out. To the point by his senior year, they wouldn't even go to his side. Nobody would even go near him. He would just, anything that was there, he was freaking lights out, knock it down. I didn't think he'd get drafted. I really didn't. There was a coach here who had a connection with the Bills, blah, 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 me and him talking. After he got drafted, he went 7th round, way, way late. And he, we didn't think he had much hope. He's late round. I did. I believed in him. And, I mean, what a turnaround. Jay Hill's got to be the best freaking, most underrated coach in the country. What he's doing at BYU ain't no freaking fluke. What he did here, he took from the worst. I mean, this program was horrible. I remember talking to him. And his wife saying, "You're crazy taking this. Do you know how corrupt it is?" And I remember years later his wife telling me, "No, Kevin, because I got leukemia. So did she. Hers was a lot lighter brand than mine. I got AML. Us leukemia survivors, we stick together." And I says, "I remember you telling us that. We knew it was corrupt too bad, but we didn't realize how bad till we were here for a long time." And so he's the first one he plucked off. I don't know how he found him. I don't know how. But he is, this turnaround was epic from 2014 to the point I couldn't win a game. Horrid the first year they really should have won the national championship in 2017. That game against James Madison in the quarterfinals, what a fluke. Jonah Williams with the so-called pushing the back thing, had that game won. Onside kick, it was a fluke. Kevin Smith was in there. That was Rashid Shaheed's freaking freshman year. TJ, they wouldn't go near him. So he gets into the NFL's draft and gets some playing time. So we're all watching the playoffs, of course. And he gets the pick six for 104, 106 yards. I'm all fired up. Weber State, TJ's done it. So I get emailing every single sports desk the next day. Every sports desk, KSL, KUTV, every sports desk in the country. In the state of Utah. You do know we played at Weber State. No, we didn't know, Kevin. They had no idea. No idea. And that's my point. The Standard Examiner is our paper in Ogden. They're not a paper. It's an absolute disgrace. Now, Brant ties somewhat, but he's a cheerleader. But I'll give you a perfect example of this horrible shooting that was out by my house out West 12th Street this weekend. They race out there. They call it clandestine racing in the media. But everybody knows out Western Dakota, Little Mountain, it's been a big, big deal for a long time. They go out there. It's the middle of the boonies out there, on the week, and they race. Well, there was a shooting out there. Guys got in a fucking fight, started shooting in the air, and randomly shot and hit. This guy had his 5-year-old girl up on his shoulders out there watching, and the bullet got her. One of the bullets got her. I don't know if it's the same bullet, and then went into his head. He's going to die. KSL did a pretty good piece on it today. No standard. And they're our local. So you have no media. You have none. She got no present. Baggett was still calling him Rashad Shaheed in his senior year. For real, we used to make fun of it, me and Kev. But I really think his story, people don't know his story. TJ1, I used to call him. TJ2 got all the love, publicity. He got drafted in the NFL. He played for the Cowboys for a little bit. TJ became the highest paid nickelback in the history of the NFL. I don't know if he still is, but what a career he's had. So they're putting him in the hall. I'll go. I don't think he'll be here. He'll be at the game, getting ready for a game. But he got no love here. None. He did for me. But that was KWCR in the day. We were just going digital, man. We were trying. And you think about all those guys. Opeta, Jonah Williams, Sheet Heed, TJ1, John Johnson. Got one scholarship offer in the country. One. By the way, I saw this guy's thrill Tommy Lott, who's native Montana. Fuck, what a player here. Boy, he stuck it to Weber State a few. What a player. He's hooked up. He'll be with Rashid with the Saints. Two of the greatest Big Sky players in the history of the country together. So, I mean, that good? Oh, yeah. So, there's an article in Sports Illustrated, and I'm thinking, well, that's what they do. They plagiarize me. Everybody plagiarizes me. Well, I am the free library. Nobody donates to me. Nobody gives me shit, especially around here. I'm the new Fama K. Brody. I'm the new Wat Masaka. If you don't know who that, look them up at Weber State. You think I'm blackballed? It's the greatest PhD in human history I've done while full of cancer. That's all. But fuck me. But TJ got no publicity here. He got nothing. Did for me. So they're finally going to retire him. One of the greatest players in the history of the school? Absolutely. The greatest turnaround sports history? Well, it's him. I mean, he's Jay's first recruit. He was his first one. What Jay Hill did here, he turned this Titanic around and turned it into one of the great. Of course, it's been torn apart now. The last 2 years have been an absolute disaster. Run off all the good players. They just went to shit. Well, when he left, it was over. And he saved BYU's ass. Something about the guy. I don't know how he finds these guys. So I want to put this up for him. And he got all the money. I ain't got shit, but I don't care. Nobody knows this story like I do. And I want it to be told. So I just told it. So the great TJ1, I used to call him. What a player. What a story, right? Zero recruit. Sacramento. Ended up being, well, what a superstar. What a superstar. Stay tuned.